in the car and we're cruising down the road. We get all the way to the last exit. We take the exit. We get up to the stop sign. As we're turning.
At Baco.
Yes, we're turning that last corner to go to the hotel.
Okay.
Down goes the window. Out goes Corey. And there's a car at a red light looking right at us, and I'm hanging out just hurling. I mean, it had to look so bad. I mean, so we
actually pulled in the dirt. I remember this.
Yes.
We pulled in the dirt just so it wasn't in the parking lot. It was that bad.
Yeah, and I'm in the dirt I'm flowing. I'm flowing. Just it's so bad. After that, immediate relief. The headache goes away. Stomach feels good. We walk in. We check in. They've got fresh baked cookies. I ate 2 of them. I felt good after that, though. That was my start. Okay, got to the room. We got cleaned up. We all kind of went out for dinner that night and relaxed. And we ended up first night. We ended up at the Bakersfield karting experience.
Yeah. That was probably one of the highlights of the trip.
It definitely was. Yeah. Definitely was. And to hit Joey.
It's a shame I wasn't there to whoop your butt.
We're not talking about your run-of-the-mill, rent a go-kart at track.
I know.
This is a real dirt track.
It is. And we're running
dirt track.
Oh. Bank dirt oval. And we're running about 40 miles an hour. I mean, it's not super fast, but you're in these little go-karts. They're funner than heck. We're out there, and we lined up 8 cars deep, and we ran a 25-lap feature.
Yeah,
it was cool. We had a great time. The cars were fast. We're sliding them in.
And Joey was there?
Joey was not there.
Oh, I thought you said Joey.
No, Joey wasn't there. He tried to, but Joey...
he got there late, didn't he?
Joey got there a little late.
Yeah.
And had a very, very busy weekend. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
Right.
This Bakersfield karting experience was, like Dom
unbelievable.
Said, we had so much fun. And the clay, I don't know what kind of clay they use in that track. I'm not kidding you, Warren. You and I have ran a lot of kart tracks around the West Coast and all around. This is the best clay that I've ever had a kart on.
Wow, just perfect dry slick, just perfect.
Wow. You gotta turn the car, but you gotta be careful with that wheel. But it was so much fun. We had a great time.
I'll be doing that in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you've got to stop in there.
We have it on our calendar. We will be there.
You have to do it.
Jason's been there before. And he can't talk enough good about it either. I cannot wait.
Whatever you do when you get there, car number 28.
Yeah,
okay? That's not what you want.
Because car number 4, even though that's my number, that car sucks.
Car 28.
Yeah, no matter where you go,
it was fast.
Fast cars, and slow cars.
So we ran a couple races that night and talked with Joey, the owner. Had a great time. From there, we hit the Budweiser Nationals on Friday.
Right.
We raced there Thursday night. And then you walk into the Bakersfield karting experience. It's amazing. You walk in.
It's an experience, huh?
It is. You've got the sales desk to the left, and you got this giant party room to the right. As you're walking towards the party room, there is this line of arcade games. And we're not talking like old retro. We're talking. This is like
all simulator type.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the expensive stuff, and these big cranes that give out these cool, at the far end there's a bar, a full bar. Okay?
So you can get drunk and race.
No, but you can drink, and they use their judgment.
Yeah.
So, I honestly, I wouldn't do it.
So you can drink as much as you want and just be nice to them, and you're going to race.
Maybe. But they've got the cornhole game. They've got that cornhole, with the bags and the boards and the holes, and they got that, and they've got a full menu. I knew it was going to happen.
Yep.
Here's your sign.
So then you walk out to where you race the karts. There's an RC rental track. You can rent RC cars and race them. There's a kid kart track on the inside. Then you got the big dirt oval. Killer time. We had a bunch of us out there. I think we ran 2 or 3 races.
So the RC rentals, they anywhere near what 541 RC has?
I don't know if it's quite on that caliber, but they're pretty cool little RC cars.
I'd
they're
say mid grade.
Yeah, I mean they're not entry level, but they're definitely not the stuff that Vitali's running. But what
those
is
are really nice.
So they've got that whole thing, and they've got a catwalk. You can walk up on the catwalk and look over the track and watch from an aerial view, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
We had a great time out there, and then from there we kind of went home and went to the hotel and got some rest. Hit the Bud Nationals the next day. I will tell you this.
I know how busy that is.
And you know the Schweitzer family and how receptive they are. This year, all things considered, they were there for a little while on night 1. They were there for night 2, ceremonies both nights. I'm going to tell you something about the Bud Nationals this year. The sentiment of that race is already going into it. Everybody wants to win it.
Oh, of course.
But the fact that they were racing in the honor of Bailey Schweitzer it showed in the car count.
Yeah.
165 cars, Warren.
Wow.
165
What did we have
cars.
last year?
134, something
so
like that.
Better,
it was good.
Better by 30 something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there was a lot of cars.
Nice.
Okay, so.
And mod lights.
Mod lights.
Oh.
We're going to talk some more about that. But I got to tell you, in all the years that I have been involved in racing, night number 1, they did just a small tribute. You know, they were doing that on Saturday night.
Right.
They did a tribute that I've got to say was probably the coolest tribute I've ever seen anybody do at a dirt track or anywhere in
Bailey
motorsports.
Schweitzer.
What they did was they took 30 cars, put them back there on the, where you pull on the track.
Uh-huh.
Every one of them carried an American flag in their car, big American flag. Pulled out on the track. The first one in line went to the far end of turn 1, like the wall going to turn 1, and parked at an angle. And they stacked them up, old school style, like we used to at Willamette Speedway for the introductions.
Yeah.
And they lined up all the way down. The Schweitzer family walked out. They did a little bit of a presentation, and we got to talk to Scott a little bit and Chrissy, and then we had just a fantastic night of racing, with the exception of a couple guys.
Well, let me tell you, the memorial itself, we had it both nights.
Right.
But I didn't even know her, and I couldn't stop tears in my eyes. I really couldn't. It was just
I watched a video
intense.
you guys posted, and it teared me up. It took me 10 minutes to read it.
The intensity, the just level of energy from it was just unbelievable.
The crowd wearing teal and the teal and white balloons being released and everything is just...
Well, and Warren, I was talking about this earlier, I think in the week on the show. You remember, Bailey, coming up. I mean, we didn't have to ask for anything at Bakersfield Speedway. This year, it was no different. We tried to pay for our food at the concessions, and they're like, no, you guys aren't paying for anything. Moxie Media, you guys are welcome here. Night number 2, when we did the memorial, that was the big memorial. They did the release of the balloons, and
well, Brian Smith did such an amazing job with the he was so choked up, but for this big guy to get out there and say what he had to, just getting choked up and really having a tough time, he did a phenomenal job. But like I say, it was just so hard not to tear up, not to.
Well, Sully's in tears, Brian's in tears, and these are big men. These guys they're tough guys.
Yep. Well, and tough guys go out the window at that point.
It does.
I mean, and that's true raw emotion.
There was nobody that had dry eyes.
I doubt it. Yeah.
So we do this big memorial, and here's what we were told. Night number 2. You heard about the flags we ordered. We ordered the flags. We presented the embroidered flag. We had a hot pink and white checkered flag that was embroidered. It said "In loving memory of Bailey Schweitzer."
So that was written across the flag, or
no? That was embroidered in the middle square.
Oh, in the middle square. Yeah. I see.
So we presented that to Scott and Chrissy. But here's the thing: they said, "Hey, look, we like the idea with the flag. We can't believe you guys did that. We're going to work you in the program. We're going to put you in." Okay, we're like, okay. Do you know when? Because I'd kind of like a heads up. Mm-hmm. So we're down there for the memorial. What they did was Scott and his family, Chrissy, and they all walked out down the main straightaway through the flag stand, walked out there into Victory Lane, and there was a line of people, track staff, drivers, important people that presented the family with a big teal-colored flower. And Sandy got one of those flowers, and she went through the line and presented the flower, and they said at this time, Moxie Media Promotions would like to present the Schweitzer family with a special checkered flag. So Sandy and I and Dom walked up. I'm sorry if I choke up here, but we walked up to Scott, and I pulled it out, showed him what it said, and I said, on behalf of Moxie Media Promotions, Sandy and myself, and the entire Pacific Northwest racing community, we'd like to present you this flag in honor of your beautiful daughter. Chrissy's losing it. I mean, you expect that. I'm crying. Dom's crying. Everybody. There's 100 people there. Everybody's crying, right?
And the news was there.
The news is there. Yeah. Scott takes the flag. I put my hand out. He goes, get in here. He goes, we hug family around here.
Right.
So they give us hugs, and we sat down there. And what happened next, I didn't know if I should cry or fall down laughing, because it was the most perfect thing that could have happened. After all that was said and done, they brought out this little 3-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah.
To opening ceremonies to sing the national anthem.
Bailey's favorite.
Yes.
I read that.
And that little girl at 3 years old.
She belted it. I saw the video.
She hit every word.
Every
note. I mean, she did it like a little,
like a 3-year-old,
but like a Whitney Houston almost. I mean, I would put it in that category. It was so. What that little girl did in front of those thousands of people, she lifted everybody's spirits. People went to clapping and cheering and smiling from tears.
Yeah,
it was the most awesome tribute, I think, one of at least that I've ever seen at any racetrack. To be a part of that. Completely honored. I wish you were there. I wish you were there, but a lot of people ask about you.
Well,
but we told them what you're doing. But it was such an awesome tribute to the Schweitzer family, and everybody was there to race in Bailey's memory.
Well, and the bottom line is that all a person has to do to bring himself back from all that sadness and stuff is realize that Bailey would have wanted the show to go on. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's what had to make it. If I would have been there, that's what I would have had to keep in mind to keep myself in the moment. You know?
But you did skip over the part Saturday morning where we did the broadcast from Bakersfield Kart Experience, and that was Bailey Schweitzer Memorial fundraiser.
And that was a flyby. I mean, that was a shoot from the hip thing. It was actually while we're there racing the night before.
Yeah.
They decided, hey, we're going to do a thing, and this is 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
Hey, we're going to do a tribute. We're going to do a fundraiser for Bailey. So we said, hey, cool, let's do something together. They called us the next morning early and said, hey, can you guys do a broadcast? Can we get it? So we went to BKE. Did a broadcast. We had Sully there. We talked with Joey, one of the owners, his little boy that races. All the personalities, with the exception of you, on the air. We talked with Bailey's brother, Dakota. He got back in a car and raced. And
we had a fire and rescue guy
from Tulare. The guy that runs Tulare's fire and rescue team was there on the air with us. And we spent 2 hours on the air raising funds, and I think they did fairly well.
Yeah.
It was an honor to be a part of that because she meant so much to that racetrack and those folks there.
Well, she's been by Scott's side for years.
Yes.
I mean, all growing up and everything. She was right there with him. What a heartbreaking story, And she was the youngest victim of that.
She was
Las
the youngest.
Shooting.
Yeah.
But on a positive note, we took the other flag, we auctioned it off, and we got $1,200.
We did. We took the other flag that was just hot pink and white. We walked through and we were selective on who signed it. Now, the whole Moxie crew signed it. Brian Smith signed it. Sully signed it. The flagman, Doug Ryan, signed it. We had all the Oregon guys sign it. Hogue, Drake, Daly, Toast. Papich had left. He wasn't there on day two. Robbie Sawyer, Sanders.
That was a lot of work.
It was. And now Dom and I kind of took care of that while the other guys went and did what they were supposed to do as we spread out and kind of did our thing to make the program go for the day. We had a lot of signatures on there.
Yeah.
And we sold that flag for $1,200, and all that money went to Bailey's favorite charity, the Ronald. It's called Racing for Ronald. Yeah. It's actually a little program they have through the Ronald McDonald Foundation down there in Bakersfield, and all that money went to them. And Scott,
just as Bailey would have wanted it.
That's exactly it. And Scott and those guys were.
What matters.
Yeah, and was it Salty's Barbecue?
Salty's Barbecue.
Yeah.
Jeff Salters.
And we had the experience of going and eating there, and that was wonderful.
It was, yeah.
Beyond all belief of barbecue.
You know, because he says this, and this is why.
I'm not just saying that.
No, it was really, really good barbecue. I mean, we got the address. I called Jeff, and Jeff says, yeah.
I better hope Roger that's not listening.
Roger's listening, but, it's no competition. Roger that's in Oregon. We're talking about California. It was really good. So we pull up to Salty's, and there's all this barbecue equipment, smokers and big old, the real deal. And the building it can't be any bigger than the studio.
No.
It's just this little tiny building. I'm going, all right, what are we getting into here? Walked up, ordered our food. We got it to go.
Yeah.
Ended up sitting down. I ordered a tri-tip sandwich. That was fantastic. As the kids would say, it was off the hook.
Off the hook.
It was good.
Well, they had been featured on that, was it Dives, Diners?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really? They've been on there.
Oh. That's saying something in it.
So we all had a good time eating there. Then we headed home. But
can I tell about the stress getting to the airport?
Yeah.
On the way home?
Yeah.
I have never experienced so much stress from 3 people in my life.
Who was driving?
Well, Corey was driving.
Well, there you go.